we have a special guest that we want to bring in. Do you want to see if our special guest is ready?
Paige!
Okay, so Phil.
We bring on our special guests on this show.
So one of the things that you told me that would be exciting for you as part of this process would be to introduce this story to your children. Paige is your eldest child.
And she has she brought her holiday beverage. Sit down, sit down.
And so we've asked Paige to join us for a couple of minutes to close us out today with a segment that we're calling Paige on Screen.
Paige.
Welcome, Paige.
Screen. She likes it. Paige, show us your beverage. She has a holiday beverage as well.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate with a
Nice.
in our Christmas mug.
Excellent. So Paige,
there, it looks like all marshmallows. Good job, buddy.
So Paige, we've been talking about A Christmas Carol, and we wanted your thoughts. We wanted to hear your thoughts on a couple of the versions that you've already seen.
What's your favorite so far?
The Muppets one.
The Muppets is her favorite one so far.
Okay. All right.
Because of Miss Piggy, which I actually will say she's one of the best Mrs. Cratchits. That's actually one of the best casting decisions. Sorry, go ahead. What did you love about her?
How she did this thing when he's like, and I'm gonna, she's like, and I'm gonna.
So at the end, when Scrooge shows up at Bob Cratchit's house,
pretending to be all mad, but he's really just about to give him a raise. She's like, ah, and she's like, wait, what?
Yeah, she likes it.
So Miss Piggy gets a little moment where she gets very irate at Scrooge, and we hear her earlier in the story. She's like,
it's magically with the way that Mrs. Cratchit's portrayed throughout.
Yeah.
And so we actually get to see what happens if he shows up, and she's like, "Oh, here it comes."
Show him what for, but then she gets the rug pulled out from under her. And it turns out he's nice.
I want to watch the Jim Carrey the cartoon one last night that we've watched twice now. What did you think? What was your thoughts on that?
I think that was more realistic than the only live action one I've actually seen.
What was the live action one that you actually saw?
I forget what it's called. Well, it's A Christmas Carol, but I forget what
it was. The Patrick Stewart one that she's seen.
Oh, okay. So the cartoon, the Disney animated version was actually more realistic, you think? In terms of how it looked, yeah.
Like Marley, I don't know how he just looks more like realistic and scarier.
Marley. Yeah, Marley, I think, is really well done in the.
I think it just goes to show you, the Patrick Stewart one, which is one of my favorites, was made on a TV budget.
Yeah.
Whereas, and that's humans, like that's people. Like it's live action, but it was made with a TV budget. It was made for TNT. But Robert Zemeckis was able to make the Jim Carrey version using his imagination. I mean, it was animated, so you can make London look really, really cool.
What other things do you want us to know about what
I think the Muppet one is funnier.
Yeah.
And the Jim Carrey one, animated one, is scarier.
Well, now, what about the Mickey one?
Oh, I love that one. It's very sweet.
It's very sweet.
It is very sweet.
That's true.
I like that.
So you think the Jim Carrey one is scarier, the Muppet one is funnier, and the Mickey's Christmas Carol is sweet.
Yeah.
And the Patrick Stewart one was less realistic. Were there things in that one, in the live action one, that you liked? Just not as memorable for you, huh? Yeah, the cartoons are more memorable for her, for sure.
All right.
What else you want us to know? Did you have a favorite Scrooge? Of the three Scrooges, you had the live action Michael Caine in the Muppet one. You have Jim Carrey, and you have Scrooge McDuck. Do you have a favorite Scrooge?
I like Scrooge McDuck, then the Jim Carrey Scrooge.
Scrooge McDuck, then Jim Carrey. Michael Caine, third out of three.
Yep. Paige knows what she's talking about.
And then I like the ending where the Christmas future lives in, where he's like falling like right at the floor, but not actually touching. He's being held by his curtain of his bed.
Which one is that in?
It's in the Jim Carrey.
In the Jim Carrey one?
Yeah.
Good. All right, you've done well. Anything else you want us to know?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Paige. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you very much, Paige. That was Paige on Screen. Which the more people think about that segment title, the more clever it's going to be.
How could it? And the more you bring it up, the more they'll be aware of it.